Greg, K4 AGF. I'm at Santee State Park, US 2912, and this is my attempt at the 1 pound POTA challenge. So let's talk about the 1 pound POTA challenge, what it is, and what I'm going to use to try to do this. The 1 pound POTA challenge was thought up by Josh over at Ham Radio Crash Course, KI6NAZ. And the rules of the game here, or the challenge, and none of this is official. It's just something fun to do. The rules of the challenge are the entire radio kit has to be 16 ounces or less, but that does not include whatever you're logging with. And it does not include your mast or whatever you're putting up your antenna. This thing here, a spike goes on the end, it sticks in the ground, and your mast goes inside of this tube. It's a real convenient way to hold up a mast. So, just to show you guys the kit here. For the transceiver, we're going to use the QMX Plus. This K6 ARK paddle. The K6 ARK mini mic. Going to use, for power, a 1300 milliamp hour 3S LiPo, and here is my XT60 to coaxial connector to power the QMX. Another K6 ARK goodie, the 49:1 NFED matching unit. 20 meters, a wire cut for the 20 meter band. This whole thing is going to take place on 20 meters. I've got a Type C to Type C connection for running FT8 on the QMX, and my auxiliary cable for my microphone and the CW key, and of course headphones. So 1 pound POTA challenge, you've got to activate a park, so at least 10 contacts. They've got to be at least 1 CW, 1 single sideband, 1 FT8. Now you can mix and match these however you like. It doesn't matter. You got to get 10 contacts and use those 3 modes in whatever band that you have privileges to use. So those are the rules of the challenge. Let's see if we can get this done. All right, I got the station set up currently for single sideband. We're going to start there first. While the battery has the most power, I have a feeling that single sideband is probably going to be the most difficult contact to get out of this entire challenge. So I'll give you a quick station tour and then we'll get after it. All right, the station is set up for single sideband using the 1300 milliamp hour. Hope you guys can see that. I was trying to get it into a shady spot. The 1300 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery. Couple of things to note. It dawned on me that I don't have my inline audio recorder, so I have to use a speaker so you guys can hear the contacts, which makes no difference. If I wasn't filming this, I could use headphones, no problem. But I want you guys to be able to hear the contacts just to make it official, so you know I'm not just acting on the radio. The next thing is I had to move from the other shelter because I noticed the other shelter was reserved, and this shelter where I'm at has a little bit more traffic than the other one, so I had to run a strain relief with zip ties here, just in case anybody comes by, trips on my wire or anything. People tend to get very curious when they hear me operating CW. I don't know how it is for the rest of you guys, but every time I'm operating CW and someone walks by, they want to come and ask me a million questions, and you know, they just don't understand that I can't put my contact on hold to answer their questions, and I don't mean to come off rude or anything. And if they will give me a few moments, I'll answer more their questions. But anyhow, this thing here is just a piece of PVC with a cap, drilled a hole, has a 3/8 by 24 bolt on the bottom, and that attaches to the spike, and that makes a great way to hold your mast anywhere you go. Okay, let's get to it. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. Kilo 4 Alpha Golf Foxtrot at US 2912. Calling CQ Parks on the air, CQ for Parks on the air. Ouch. Well, it's working. Got a Victor Alpha 2 station.
November 8, Romeo, Quebec Tango.
November 8, Romeo, Quebec Tango. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Your great signal 5 and 9, 5-9 into South Carolina. Sugar Charlie, QSL.
QSL, I have you about a 3-4 into Ohio.
Roger, the 3-4, Roger, 3-4. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm only operating on about 4 watts, QSL.
QSL, I mean, how many watts did you say?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 watts on a QMX Plus transceiver.
Oh, wow, that's great for one of those little radios. Yeah, I have the new Yaesu radio that I'm going to be doing QRP in the parks, but right now I'm 100 watts on a D-Expedition.
Well, you're sounding great. Yeah, I'm actually trying to do the 1 pound POTA challenge using an entire station that weighs less than a pound, and I have to make a contact on single sideband, a digital contact, and CW contact. QSL?
QSL, well, thanks for activating, and you have a good afternoon. I decided to try down here in the advanced extra portion because it was so crowded up top.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's why I had to come down here, because I'm operating on such low power. I would just get walked all over on up there in the general portion today. QSL?
QSL, you have a great afternoon. Enjoy the nice weather and at RQT.
All right, thank you again. Thanks for that great contact. 7-3, my friend. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. Kilo 4 Alpha Golf Foxtrot at US 2912. Calling CQ for Parks on the air, CQ for Parks on the air. Hey, if we only get that one, that's all we need, single sideband, but we're going to try for a few more. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. Kilo 4 Alpha Golf Foxtrot at US 2912. Calling CQ Parks on the air, CQ for Parks on the air.
Kilo Bravo 1 Yankee Tango Oscar.
Yankee Tango Oscar. Kilo Bravo 1 Yankee Tango Oscar. QSL?
QSL, you're not going to get many contacts. You're all distorted. You have a lot of RF.
Okay, yeah, roger that, roger that. I just need a couple. I'm operating on a QRP Labs QMX transceiver, only with 4 watts.
Yeah, you're doing good except for that RF. You got real bad RF.
All right, well, thanks for that report. Then thanks for the contact. 7-3, my friend.
All right, 5-9 into Florida.
Yeah, by the way, yeah, you're 5 and 9 here. 5-9, 59, South Carolina. Sugar Charlie, QSL.
QSL, Sugar Charlie. All right, have a great day. 7-3s.
Thank you. 7-3. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. Kilo 4 Alpha Golf Foxtrot at US 2912. Calling CQ Parks on the air, CQ for Parks on the air. Kilo 4 Alpha Golf Foxtrot at US 2912. Calling CQ for Parks on the air, CQ for Parks on the air.
Parks to Parks, Kilo X-ray 4 Papa Whiskey.
Kilo X-ray 4 Papa Whiskey, QSL?
QSL. I have you 4545 at US 7012, QSL.
Roger. I copy US 7012. You're 5 and 9. I have you 5 and 9 in my park. Uniform Sierra 2912. That's 2912. Roger.
Roger. Copy US 291259 South Carolina. QSL?
Roger, roger, roger. Can you give me an audio report? How does my audio sound?
You sound a little hollow.
Okay, well, I'll take it. I'm on a QRP Labs QMX transceiver and a very, very tiny microphone.
I'd say you're doing pretty good for a mediocre mic and a QRP rig.
Yeah, Roger. I'm trying to do the 1 pound POTA challenge using a station less than 16 ounces and make a contact single sideband, digital, and CW. Roger, roger.
Roger, roger. You came up, you're probably a 5'7" right now.
Hey, I'll take it. Well, hey, thanks for that park to park and have a great day. 7-3, my friend.
Park
Do
to
the
park.
same, 73.
QRZ.
Park to park.
Park to park station. Go ahead. Park to park. Go ahead.
Please copy call sign November 0 Oscar Zulu Zulu park to park.
November 0 Oscar Zulu Zulu. Good afternoon, Bobby. You're 5'9". You're sounding really good into my park. Uniform Sierra 2912. That's 2912, South Carolina. Back to you.
QSL, you're 5x7 to US 1051 1051 Wind Creek Alpha Lima.
I got you. Uniform Sierra 1051 in Alabama. Thank you for that park to park. Have fun out there in 7-3, my friend.
Thank you, and 7-3s. Have a good one.
All right, we'll take that. 2 park to parks and 4 contacts on single sideband. Cool. Oh, might have one. Kilo Charlie 1 Alpha Charlie Tango. Nope. And 0 Whiskey Uniform Delta. KJ6 Golf Hotel November. All right. That's 3 real quick on FT8. So we're going to shut that down and we're going to move over to CW. Okay, I'm back now. Let's find a spot. Well, that's our CW contact right there. So let's finish this thing up on let's finish this up on CW here. 10. That's that. Let's here we can just turn our QMX off, and there's our map. And let's go to here. 10 contacts, 3 modes. 1 pound POTA challenge is complete. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed my version of the 1 pound POTA challenge. Actually wasn't too terrible. I did have to use a speaker because I didn't have my inline audio recorder. The activation could have been done with headphones if I wasn't filming it. But I hope you enjoyed that. I've got a few other antennas I'm going to test and do some other things. I've got the whole day to spend in the park. So until next time, 7-3.